In my opinion, the paper was really easy. So let's start reading the case study together, and we're gonna go over the main things, main points that we need to understand. So it's about Pavni's pottery. In 2021, Pavni was made redundant from her job as a production supervisor for a large pottery business. So she was basically a production supervisor. So basically, again, if she has started some business, so obviously she has some management experience from earlier, right? It says that then she decided to open up PP as a private limited company in Country W. PB produces and sells handmade gifts items made of clay and processed kin. A kin is a high temperature oven which turns clay into pottery. PP started with a small range of products included cups, bowls, plates. So this is again ये उनका product portfolio. Like this is the product portfolio that they have, and it has then since increased its range of products, including tea light holders, fridge magnets, and small plant pots. The new range of tea light holders has been the most successful product to the date. She has carried out some research about the gift market in Country W and has identified forecasts for continued growth. The forecast indicates that the gift market could grow to $540 million by 2019. ठीक है, अब ऑब्वियसली जो फोरकास्ट है इट्स फाइन, बट अब सवाल ये है कि क्या हमें इस फोरकास्ट की रिलायबिलिटी का, डू वी नो एनीथिंग अबाउट इट, या डू वी नो एनीथिंग अबाउट के who did this forecast, right? So the first thing that should click your mind is कि whenever you're answering this in the exams and you'll try to evaluate this point, so again, what is the reliability of this data? What do you mean? Do you want me to use something other than red?
No, I'm asking जो हमारा final paper होगा, can we use like a different color on the case itself, वो जो
I mean,
insert होती है?
you can. Highlighter is not allowed, but black या blue pen ही allowed होता है, and that's also written over here as well. Um, you may annotate this insert using blank spaces for planning, and you do not write your answers on the insert. तो आप इसके ऊपर annotate कर सकते हो, but वो color switching में obviously don't waste your time there. ठीक है?
All right.
The pottery gift segment of this market is 3%, and this segment is very competitive. अच्छा, अब मुझे पता चल गया कि जो गिफ्ट मार्केट है that could grow to 540 million in 2029. So what I can do is, it says that out of that 540 million, 30%, so 540 million into 0.03, which is the 3% of this market, that is the कि pottery gift segment कितना है, which is their target segment, right? So what I can do is I can calculate 3% of this market, and that would give me $16.2 million as the potential target segment. But the problem here is that obviously this is very competitive, meaning that the number of producers in the market is likely to be high. फिर उसके बाद there is some information in the data given. So it says that Pavni sells 75% of her products through the 3 retail outlets, um, and which is business to business. ठीक है? So 75% of her products are sold through the retail outlets, which is a business to business segment, meaning industrial market. These retailers place orders with PP quarterly, and it has 2 months of lead time from receiving the orders to the goods being ready for delivery, right? So this is their lead time कि इनको कितना time चाहिए to basically deliver the product. So they have a lead time of 2 months. फिर है कि they have PP has a website for consumers to order direct. Products are delivered to customers within 1 week, and PP has started to gain brand recognition from repeat customers. So that means obviously their customer loyalty, like the customer satisfaction, your loyalty is likely increasing. ठीक है. It then says that Pavni would like the business to consumer sales to grow. So currently unka 75% of the business is B2B, but they want to increase this to the B2C model more. ठीक है, तो वो चाहते हैं कि हमारा जो B2C segment है वो भी बढ़े. It then says कि Pavni has employed a university graduate, Fiza, on a full-time contract, and Fiza has a marketing degree and is going to manage their social media accounts. And the marketing role will involve two tasks, which is making regular posts on all three main social media platforms and developing AI for use in customer service, right? So, chatbots type something जो कि आपके कस्टमर सर्विस को हैंडल कर सके या कस्टमर क्वेरीज को हैंडल कर सके. It then says कि Pavni is anticipating the B2C sales will increase more than 50% of PP's output once the social media marketing is established. She is uncertain about the impact that this will have on their financial efficiency, right? तो अगर ये sales बढ़ जाए इनकी, like if they increase the B2C segment, she is now uncertain कि इसका impact क्या होगा. Historical financial efficiency हमें कुछ given है. So historically trade payables turnover is 8 days and trade receivable turnovers is 12 days. अब यहाँ पे can you identify a problem that is in these two figures? Like, what is the first thought that should come to your mind when you're reading this? 2 years? Mars liquidity issues कैसे? You're right कि there are potential liquidity problems that a business could face. But why? The reason for that is that the trade payables turnover is less than the trade receivables turnover. इसका मतलब है कि so cash comes in late and cash leaves the business early. Do you understand? आप अपने पेबल्स को 8 दिन में पे कर रहे हो, कस्टमर से 12 दिन में पैसे मिल रहे हैं. So there is a potential mismatch between the payment that you receive versus the payment that you make. तो ये जो mismatch है, this can potentially lead to cash flow problems. अच्छा, उसके बाद you have the rate of inventory turnover, which is 33 times, which is based on this industry, it's a high amount, which is a good amount. But over the period of time, trend क्या है कि ये rate of inventory turnover decline किया. So rate of inventory turnover, so जब inventory turnover डिक्रीज करता है, इसका मतलब क्या है? इसका मतलब है कि the risk of unsold stock increases, right? So they are not able to sell their stock by a very large amount. Now my student जो एक A star potentially लेगा या who would be a good student, what he'll do is he is going to calculate the rate of inventory turnover in days. In days हम किस तरह निकालते हैं? It's basically 365 divided by the inventory turnover in times, right? So if I divide 365 by 33, what I would get is, क्या आंसर आता है इसका? Which is 11.06 days. So इसका मतलब है कि ऑन एवरेज आपकी एक इन्वेंट्री को पूरा बिकने के अंदर 11 days लग रहे हैं. Whereas if I move on, 365 divided by 30, that means that now you're selling your inventory late. So 12.1. So the inventory turnover in times has fallen down and inventory turnover in days has gone up, meaning that you're selling the inventory at a slower rate now. So the risk of unsold stock increases, and unsold stock, obviously the carrying cost that the stock has, damages, वगैरह, all of those, you're aware of that. ठीक है, so far so good. Do you guys have any questions? Anything? Perfect. ठीक है, उसके बाद हमारे पास और कुछ डेटा है. वी हैव द क्रेडिट सेल्स, द एवरेज इन्वेंट्री, क्रेडिट परचेजेस, cost of sales, trade receivables, payables, right? अब यहाँ पे हम क्या कर सकते हैं? This is the data related to 2025. तो इस data की basis पे I can calculate 4 ratios. I can calculate the trade payables turnover. By the way, जिसके ऊपर क्वेश्चन भी आया हुआ है. So the better idea is कि अगर आप केस स्टडी में साथ ही कर लो, that would be better. So trade payables turnover is the total trade payables divided by credit purchases multiplied by 365. So that's going to be 450 upon the credit purchases, which is 19275 times 365. So if I do this, so 450 divided by 19275 multiplied by 365. So I would get 8.52 days. So 8.52, which is approximately equal to 9 days. ठीक है. So trade payables turnover पहले 8 दिन था, अब 9 days पे है approximately. I can also calculate the trade receivables turnover. The trade receivables turnover is going to be 2325. We divide that by the credit sales, which is 42,000 times 100. Sorry, 365. So 2325 divided by 42,000 multiplied by 365, and you get कितना आता है? That's 20.2 days. So 20.2 days, right? So comparatively, आपका trade receivable turnover और बढ़ गया. And now this gap has potentially increased. अब ये problem क्या है? इसका मतलब है कि the financial efficiency is really not good. This means कि their credit policies are inefficient. ठीक है, मैं साथ साथ इसलिए करा रहा हूँ ताकि you know how you're supposed to. So their credit policies या control जो है that is weak, कि they are not able to क्या कहते हैं, recover the amount from their trade receivables early on. And then if you move on, you can also calculate the inventory turnover, which is cost of goods sold over the average inventory. So if I want to calculate the inventory turnover, that's going to be, so inventory turnover, that's going to be cost of goods sold 19275. Sorry, 19630 divided by 800. So if I do that, 19630 divided by 800, so that comes out to be 24.5 times. तो इसका मतलब है कि overall इनकी financial efficiency has gone down because now the rate of inventory turnover has fallen further. And if I do 365 divided by this answer, I get 14.87, which is approximately 15 days. तो पहले अगर हम इसका ट्रेंड देखें, सो 11 डेज में टोटल इन्वेंट्री सेलिंग से 12 डेज पे आए, 12 से अब ये 15 डेज पे आ गए अप्रोक्सीमेटली, which points towards that their financial efficiency hasn't been great lately, right? Let's look at some other information that says that HR related hai कि PP employs 2 potters, potters meaning the people who, not Harry Potter, the people who make the pottery. Both are experienced in pottery design and manufacture. They're encouraged to research and develop their own ideas. So ये वाला concept style of management होता है, this is a laissez-faire style, कि आपने टोटली उन पे छोड़ दिया कि अपने डिजाइन्स बनाओ, अपना आइडिया देखो और उस डिजाइन के ऊपर बनाओ. So they're more laissez-faire, more decentralized decision making. Inventory turnover days अगर बढ़ रहे, it means के the time that it takes for them to sell their entire inventory is increasing, which means कि their inventory holding costs would go up. ठीक है. फिर उसके बाद it says that she then evaluates their designs and decides whether to produce the suggested new products or not. Pavni encourages entrepreneurship by having a flat organizational structure. So flat structure should directly points towards that there is a wider span of control and shorter chain of command. And she uses delegation and believes that this approach will help them grow. Consumers are increasingly ordering from social media platforms. For PP to respond to the market development, a market development strategy Ansoff matrix से याद होनी चाहिए थी. क्या होती है market development? Existing product की sales कहाँ पे बढ़ानी है? Existing product in new markets, right? And the business is developing its social media marketing, right? So overall, so far so good. You understood? So it then says country W only has one supplier of clay, which agar hum Porter's 5 force se link kare. So one supplier of clay means ke the bargaining power of supplier is likely to be. So bargaining power of supplier is likely to be high. And the supplier offers a 30-day payment term with a 5% discounts if they pay within 20 days, right? So 30 day का credit है, but अगर आप उन 30 days में से 20 days के अंदर अंदर pay कर दोगे, you're going to get a 5% additional discount on your invoice. And the supplier imports clay from China, so it has limited control over the quality or the cost, right? फिर investment appraisal, it says that PP will need to increase the production capacity to meet the forecasted demand. In order to grow, they have decided to invest in the new larger kiln, and the new kiln would allow them to manufacture at the same time. It would decrease the number of faulty products, right? So essentially it means that the quality improve hogi, and the rejection ratio of the output would go down. ठीक है. And Pavni is considering two options, which is जिसका investment appraisal यहाँ पे given है. Paybacks have been calculated for you guys, so you don't have to. ठीक है. Source of बाकी ये हमारे पास कुछ qualitative data है. ठीक है. And फिर उसके बाद हमारे पास the ARR is given कि you have to calculate. So ideally मैं क्या करूँगा, मैं calculate खुद कर लूँगा. So ARR का क्या formula था? ARR was average profit divided by the average investment. ठीक है. अब इसमें से एवरेज प्रॉफिट कैसे आता है? एवरेज प्रॉफिट इज बेसिकली the sum of all cash flows minus the initial cost plus the residual value, and you divide that by the number of years. ठीक है. So sum of all cash flows, again अगर मैं करूं 30 plus 20, so 20 20 20 60 हो जाएगा. 60 plus 30 is 90. 90 plus 13 23 is 113. So 113 minus 80 plus 0 and divide that by the number of years. The number of years is 5. ठीक है. So मेरे पास आंसर आ जाएगा 23,000 divided by 5, which is कितना आता है? 23,000 divided by 5, that gives us 4,600 as the average profit. Average investment hoti hai it is initial cost plus residual value divided by 2. So 80k plus 0 divided by 2, which is 40,000. So the ARR is going to be 4,600 divided by 40,000. You multiplied that by 100. So what do you get? And you get 11.5%. ठीक है. So यहाँ पे it's a good idea कि बाद में जो आपने दोबारा केस को खोलना है, अपना टाइम बचाएं and do this. So this is now the way that you're supposed to read a case study ideally and make your notes on it. There's no hard and fast rule के इसी तरह करना है. What do you 16.5? Confirm कर लो. So 30,000. Let's see. So 30 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 23 minus 80. Acha, sorry. Yeah. 80 minus, so 113 minus 80 is 33,000. Yep. And 33,000 divided by 5 would give us 6600. सही है. हाँ, तो I think I did mentally, so that was the reason. ठीक है. And if you do 6600 divided by this, so you get, yep, 16.5%. So 6600 and you get 16.5%. Right. Thanks for the correction. ठीक हो गया. So this is again the answer. अब आगे आ जाते हैं कि the question says that you need to analyze two impacts of suppliers on PP's decisions. Now this is something which is generic, though हमारी जो application है वो उसके ऊपर आएगी from the case which is के जो उनके अभी general suppliers हैं what they're doing, ठीक है, but you can write down based on the general points. अब suppliers का हमारे decision making के अंदर what is the impact, right? So yes. So one way suppliers क्या कहते हैं affect PP's decisions is through affecting their cash flows, right? So you say, so as mentioned, that PP only has one supplier, and so that means they have a limited choice over where to buy from. इसी तरह this means कि they would have to accept suppliers की quality जो वो provide कर रहे हैं. 5% discount था, तो obviously they would have to pay early to get that discount, and they must need to decide कि whether they need to take advantage of the discount or delay the payment to make sure that their cash flows are क्या कहते हैं not affected. So what I'll do is I'll say so PP has only one supplier, which means that they have less choice to over where to buy the raw materials from, right? So this means she would have to क्या कहते हैं, she would have to accept the supplier's price and quality rather than being able to negotiate better terms, since the less number of suppliers make increase their bargaining power. ठीक है? So as a result, she may have to accept the 30-day credit period and may not be able to negotiate better deals, which could potentially impact their cash flows, as if the cash leaves the business early. It creates cash flow problems, which could pressurize PP's liquidity. So yeah, I think that's fine. Any questions on this? किसी का? Anything from this that you didn't understand? Yeah, you want to clarify? तो मुझे बताओ. Yes. अच्छा, उसके बाद एक और चीज जो हम यहाँ पे एप्लीकेशन यूज कर सकते हैं, दैट वाज द पॉइंट अबाउट चाइना, राइट? कि जो सप्लायर है, इवन दैट सप्लायर डजंट हैव दैट क्वालिटी फ्रॉम दी क्या कहते हैं, he doesn't control the quality. So the idea is कि वो भी चाइना से चीज मंगा रहे हैं, and the quality is something which is not in their hand, which affects the overall quality of their pottery, और इससे obviously unreliable quality could damage their customer satisfaction and all. So furthermore, the supplier also affects the quality and production of PP. This is because the clay supplier imports the clay from China and has limited control over quality and costs. This affects PP's production decision as if the quality of the clay is bad, it will affect the overall quality of PP's pottery, right? So जिसका मतलब है कि this means कि वो जो उनके handmade gives हैं, since PP was trying to grow in a B2C market, और दूसरी एक और चीज़ यहाँ पे नोट करो जो मैं इस एप्लीकेशन यूज़ कर सकता हूँ, विच वॉज के कंट्री W के अंदर फोरकास्टेड सेगमेंट क्या है, बहुत ज़्यादा कंपेटिटिव है. नाउ बहुत ज़्यादा कंपेटिटिव का मतलब है कि पुअर क्वालिटी का जो इम्पैक्ट है, वुड इट बी हाई और वुड इट बी लो? So this exactly right. B2C market and the segment is competitive. Poor quality would result in reduced customer satisfaction, which can impact their repeat purchases. This hurts their brand image in a competitive market, leading to their sales and market share decline. Any questions on this? Analysis, application clear है सबको? कि कोई सवाल किसी का यहाँ पे? ठीक है? The next question is analyze one advantage and one disadvantage 2 pp of changing role of IT and technology on its marketing. Can we write as paying within 20 days? हाँ, you can write that कि वो जो discount offers हैं, they can potentially reduce the cost and improve the profit margins. You can write down that as well. ठीक है? So again, when the word says impacts, ये काफी लोगों को confusion होती है. Impacts is something which can either be positive or negative. ठीक है? तो people do confuse it कि sometimes कि वो positive बताना है, negative बताना है, not that. अच्छा, changing role of IT and का basic जो idea है that is कि अगर हम देखें website and social media का यहाँ पे जिक्र था, right? So if we go up, in the very beginning it was said कि they're basically planning on using social media, right? And मतलब क्या है कि अभी currently they are reliant on 3 large businesses. ठीक है, एक B2B मार्केट है जहाँ पे 3 रिटेल आउटलेट्स पे, B2B रिटेल आउटलेट्स पे वो सेल करते हैं. तो क्या होगा कि जब वो सोशल मीडिया पे जाएंगे, दे कैन यूज इमेजेस, वीडियोस ऑफ देयर हैंडमेड पॉटरी. ठीक है, उसकी वजह से दे विल बी एबल टू सेल ऑनलाइन. ठीक है, द क्वेश्चन इज जस्ट आस्किंग कि जो चेंजिंग रोल ऑफ आईटी है उसका इम्पैक्ट क्या है, राइट? सो सिंपली आईटी एंड एआई किस तरह इम्पैक्ट करता है. तो यहाँ पे हमारे पास जो 2 मेजर की पॉइंट्स हैं, वन इज सोशल मीडिया मार्केटिंग विच इज गिवन इन द केस कि दे आर प्लानिंग ऑन ग्रोइंग देयर एंड दे बेसिकली व्हाट दे प्लान ऑन डूइंग इज, ये 2 पॉइंट्स दोनों यहाँ पे गिवन है. ये देखो, दे आर, सो ये देखो ना दोनों उनने से, सो सिलेबस में देयर यूज साइड बाय साइड. सो यहाँ पे देखो ना, रेगुलर पोस्ट ऑन सोशल मीडिया. रेगुलर पोस्ट का मतलब है कि इट्स गोइंग टू बी फोटोज या वीडियोस, जिसकी वजह से ऑब्वियसली दे कैन कस्टमर इंगेजमेंट हो सकती है पोस्ट के थ्रू. और दूसरा है कि दे कस्टमर सर्विस के अंदर वो जो एआई बॉट है, तो जो कस्टमर सर्विस के अंदर होगा तो ऑब्वियसली यू कैन से कि इट कैन क्रिएट अ प्रेशर ऑन कस्टमर सर्विस ऑनलाइन रिटेलर्स के थ्रू, समथिंग लाइक दैट यू कैन से. सही है. तो दोनों पॉइंट्स हमें यहाँ पे गिवन है कि जो 2 टास्क हैं आईटी के वही यहाँ पे गिवन है. सो एनी क्वेश्चंस ऑन दिस? चलें आगे. So what I'm going to do is I'll write k. So one impact, yeah, sorry. Acha, one advantage or one disadvantage pucha. So that means you have to write down pro and con, right? So one benefit of changing role of and IT in marketing would be that PP can use it to sell online through social media platforms. ठीक है? So this is because currently the 75% of their sales are driven by three retail outlets, which are all B2B. And since their objective is to expand into the B2C segment, social media would help them grow, right? So Fiza नाम था उसके marketing director को. If Fiza posts the pictures and videos of PP's pottery online regularly, um I mean, try to use information directly from the case. Now, obviously, Instagram वगैरह वो application में नहीं, वो analysis में count होगा. It's better to use the information that's relevant to the case. They haven't used something which is um given in the case. Now, it's not a case fact. ठीक है? So that's why. So stick to the information relevant in the case and you use that in the answer. ठीक है? तो यहाँ पे हमारे पास काफ़ी था कि 75% sales driven by 3 outlets. सोशल मीडिया गिवन था वो करना चाह रहे हैं तो वो वैसी एप्लीकेशन ईजी है इसके अंदर. सो दैट मीन्स पॉटरी अगर इफ इज अ पोस्ट द पिक्चर्स ऑनलाइन regularly, it will help them increase the customer engagement and recognition online, right? So this would lead to attracting more customers online, which reduces their dependence on the three retailers. As a result, the sales and profits increase, allowing PP to expand and fund the new kin that they are planning to. ठीक है, so हमारा analysis यहाँ पे complete होता है. So there are 3 chains of analysis particularly. So regular posting online would lead to increased customers. That reduces dependence on the retailers. Sales increase. उसकी वजह से they'll be able to expand and fund the growth, right? So this is the whole chain of analysis which we are particularly dealing with here. So any questions so far on this? किसी का कोई सवाल? Problem क्या होगी इसकी? जी. Okay, so how would you elaborate on the cost? Cost वाला point perfectly valid है. So the idea is कि ट्रेडिशनली अभी तक इन लोगों ने किसी भी ऑनलाइन सेगमेंट में बेचा? यस और नो? सो दे हैवंट येट एक्सपैंडेड इनटू द ऑनलाइन सेगमेंट, राइट? सेकंड चीज ये है कि अच्छा इसमें दो जो मेरे जेहन में आ रहे हैं ना, दैट्स टू. नंबर वन इज कि ऑब्वियसली सोशल मीडिया के ऊपर इनिशियल कॉस्ट होगी जो जब ये AI चैटबॉट whatever कस्टमर सर्विस के लिए करेंगे. Obviously the fixed cost is going to go up. फिर इन्हें फिजा को हायर करना है फुल टाइम के लिए, उसकी सैलरी है मार्केटिंग मैनेजर की. सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म्स पे एड चलाएंगे, दैट वुड एड टू द कॉस्ट एंड दैट वुड बी एक्सपेंसिव, राइट? So it could reduce the short-term profits, lead to cash flow problems, especially considering कि इनका जो inventory turnover है that's already decreasing. It means कि इनको cash flows important है और वो cash flows कम होने की वजह से obviously their profits are going to decrease. अच्छा एक और चीज which comes to my mind when answering this question is um, that is कि they don't have this ठीक है. So I hope you understood, right? अच्छा, एक और जो मेरे ज़हन में आ रहा था, that was कि it would also put a pressure on their service, क्योंकि यहाँ पे देखो एक हमारे पास information given थी कि ये सिर्फ दो potters को hire कर रहे थे, right? And they currently only have 2 people who are making the pottery. अब मुझे बताओ कि जब ऑनलाइन में सेल्स बढ़ेंगी, तो डू यू थिंक these 2 people would be able to handle that influx of orders? Yes. सो प्रॉब्लम ये भी आ सकती है कि दे मे हैव टू वर्क ओवर टाइम, जिससे मोटिवेशन, लेबर टर्नओवर, एग्जॉशन हो सकती है. एंड यू कैन ऑल्सो से कि लीड टाइम इनको और बढ़ सकता है, एंड जिसकी वजह से ऑब्वियसली लीड टाइम बढ़ेगा, कस्टमर सेटिस्फैक्शन खराब होगी, ऑल ऑफ दैट. बट आई थिंक द मोर ऑब्वियस पॉइंट इज द कॉस्ट वन. हायर मोर वर्कर्स वाली भी बात कर सकते हो ऑब्वियसली. ठीक है. सो सिंस द मोस्ट ऑब्वियस पॉइंट इज द कॉस्ट वाला लिंक, सो लेट्स गो विद द कॉस्ट वाल. ठीक है. So it is that PP. However, one drawback is that when introducing the social media marketing and the AI chatbot for customers, it increases the costs of PP. This is because currently, पवनी नाम था ना ओनर का. हाँ, पवनी का पुराना एक्सपीरियंस भी क्या है? शी वॉज अ प्रोडक्शन सुपरवाइजर, उसका कोई मार्केटिंग एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है, राइट? सो करंटली पवनी हैज नो प्रायर marketing experience as she was working as production manager, and she will have to pay for the website and the ads that she runs on social media. Furthermore, she would also need to pay Fizza for the marketing, even if that marketing doesn't generate any sales. So as a result, अच्छा इसके अलावा और है, furthermore, she may need to hire additional potters, because when the sales rise, she may need more workers to catch up with increased demand. All these factors add to the cost of production, which reduces their short term profits and impact their cash flows negatively, which may be significant considering the decrease in their inventory turnovers. Understood? Any question on this? Do you guys understand how we're linking everything together here? Yes? Perfect. ठीक है, receivable turnover we have already calculated, right? So कितना आया था? Let's do that again एक दफा. So the receivable turnover is going to be, so this is the relevant information that we have, right? So receivable turnover is again trade receivables to 2325 divided by the credit sales, which is 42,000, divided by times 365, and that's 20, right? And inventory turnover is cost of goods sold, GXR.
Sir, if your final answer is correct, लेकिन आपने formula गलत दिया तो फिर क्या होगा?
If the final answer is correct, it's fine. But
Alright.
अगर formula गलत दिया, how can the final answer be correct?
क्योंकि सर formulas रटे भी नहीं होते.
So it's better to just write down the final answer in the question. Don't do the steps then.
Alright.
ठीक है. Evaluate the importance of financial efficiency to their growth. Now the question here is not कि उनकी financial efficiency कितनी है, it's about कि वो financial efficiency कितना important है to their growth. That's the question here, right? So सबसे पहले तो financial efficiency क्या है? So financial efficiency refers to how well the business manages its working capital and resources. It is measured usually by trade receivables, payable, and inventory ratios, right? So give the knowledge point for the definition. So now the question is कि why financial efficiency is important? G. Yes? Hmm? Why is financial efficiency important? So your financial efficiency is important to maintain good cash flows, number one. So what we'll do is we'll say one reason why financial efficiency is important is because PP needs enough cash. Yeah, better word would be working capital to support their growth, right? This is because they are planning to increase their B2B, B2C sales, and they would require more spending on social media marketing. ठीक है? इसका मतलब ये है, but however, their receivables turnover has worsened, right? Worsen कैसे हुआ था? जैसे अभी हमने थोड़ा जब केस पढ़ रहे थे, we discussed from 12 to 14 to now 20 days, right? So it has worsened from 12 to 14 to now 20 days approximately. This means that PP is taking longer to collect the money from their receivables. Yeah, credit customers would be the better word, right? If cash is tied in receivables, Pavni will not be able to pay the supplier or to pay her employees, and you can mention the two potters on time, or invest in the new kin. ठीक है? This means that this could hinder her operations and ability to grow. Right? Any questions on the analysis? ये clear है कि हमने the way that we are supposed to phrase the question is कि ये जो financial efficiency है ये important क्यों है to the growth, right? So we have linked it to the growth के भाईजान अगर ये manage नहीं कर पाते, considering the fact कि इनका receivable turnover has gone up, they won't have enough to invest in the operations. Now we'll move on to the evaluation, right? So therefore, financial efficiency is extremely important because without being efficient, PP will not be able to fund the new kin, right? However, the extent to which financial efficiency is important would depend on whether PP can arrange a source, yeah, you can say an external source of finance for the growth. If PP can get a bank loan, or company कौन सी थी, was it a private limited or public limited? अच्छा, it's a private limited company. So get a bank loan or raise private equity, they may overcome the problem of financing the new kin. However, if other sources of finance are not readily available, then improving the financial efficiency is important to make sure that internal sources are available. Any questions on the depends on factor and the evaluation here? किसी का कोई सवाल? Yes? Okay, now another reason why it's important, right? Another reason why financial efficiency is important is because we can yes, Aksa.
Sir, are we supposed to like ab कहें कि why is it not important? Yeah, like give another reason why it's more important.
I think both are fine approaches, but I think an easier approach is to go with why it's important because हम उसमें ratios use कर सकते हैं ना आराम से.
All right.
ठीक है, so another reason why it's important is because आपने दो chains of analysis करने हैं, so it's not कि for analysis and counter analysis दोनों होना चाहिए इसके अंदर. It's not paper 4. So हम inventory turnover करते हैं, so it's important because it impacts their market share, right? Inventory efficiency, yeah, inventory turnover is also relevant because the turnover of PP has declined over last couple of years, from 33 times, I think कितना था, from किधर है, yeah, so 33 times to 30, and अब जो calculate किया था वो आया था 24 times, right? So from 33 times to 30 times to now 24.5 times, right? This shows that PP is not able to sell their stock easily. या फिर you can write के selling their stock slowly, right? अब जब slowly अपना stock sell कर रहे हैं, this means so this increases the cash tied up in the inventory, which means that there is an opportunity cost of not being able to invest those funds in the kin, right? बात समझ आ रही है? All right. Therefore, financial efficiency is also important for effective inventory planning. However, अब यहां पे इसका काउंटर आर्ग्यूमेंट क्या होगा? वो होगा लीड टाइम. कितना था इनका लीड टाइम? 2 months था, राइट? ये वाला. मुझे ये बताओ कि अगर लीड टाइम ज्यादा है तो क्या हमारे पास बफर इन्वेंट्री होनी चाहिए या नहीं होनी चाहिए? Should we keep a buffer stock or not if we have a high lead time, which is 2 months here, right? So in case of supply chain disruptions, वो unsold stock may not be a problem क्योंकि फ्यूचर के ऑर्डर्स फुलफिल करने में आपको हेल्प कर सकता है, क्योंकि सो इन्वेंट्री टर्नओवर इज नॉट, ये डिक्लाइनिंग में नॉट नेसेसरली भी बैड। अब मैं इसका रीजन बताता हूँ क्यों। अगर ये इस वजह से है क्योंकि देखो हमारे पास यहाँ पे एवरेज इन्वेंट्री गिवन नहीं है पुराने सालों की, तो हम कंपेयर नहीं कर सकते। सो हम इसका डिपेंड्स ऑन फैक्टर क्या बताएंगे, इन्वेंट्री टर्नओवर का फॉर्मूला हम दोबारा देखेंगे एंड आई वांट यू टू एनालाइज इट अ बिट मोर। सो इन्वेंट्री टर्नओवर इज कॉस्ट ऑफ गुड्स सोल्ड ओवर एवरेज इन्वेंट्री। ठीक है, अगर आप डिलिबरेटली इन्वेंट्री ज्यादा होल्ड कर रहे हो जिसको ज्यादा टाइम लग रहा है सेल करने में, in the light of the fact that the lead time is high, so doesn't that link towards a good planning ताकि अगर कोई disruption आए तो वो cover कर सके? Don't you think? So हमें ये नहीं पता कि ये decline का cause क्या है. Is it because के customers dissatisfy हैं या is it because के the business is deliberately keeping more inventories? Are you getting the point? Guys, please respond. Thumbs up or something. I should know whether you guys are getting it or not. ठीक है, so if it's deliberate due to the fact कि average inventory is higher, it means कि obviously it's not a bad thing at all. ठीक है, क्योंकि लीड टाइम ज्यादा है तो उस लीड टाइम को कवर करने के लिए इट मे बी अ गुड प्लानिंग थिंग. सो आई वुड से, सो हाउएवर वेदर दिस हाई, माज मैं ये कह रहा हूं कि अगर इन्वेंट्री टर्नओवर कम इसीलिए है कि एवरेज इन्वेंट्री बिजनेस जानबूझ के ज़्यादा रख रहा है क्योंकि उनका लीड टाइम ज़्यादा है. लीड टाइम का मतलब है कि कितना टाइम आपको लगता है कि ऑर्डर प्लेस करने से ऑर्डर रिसीव करने तक. ठीक है, तो दैट मीन्स के सरप्लस स्टॉक का मतलब है कि आप अपने जो ऑर्डर्स हैं उनको जल्दी फुलफिल कर सकोगे, राइट? सो इन्वेंट्री टर्नओवर is problematic or not will depend on the cause of falling inventory, sorry, this low inventory turnover. In a high inventory turnover may be beneficial because the business would have stock readily available, in considering that the lead time is high. So it will be able to meet customer orders quickly, which can improve customer satisfaction. ठीक है? So any questions on this? अब सवाल ये है कि पीपी की ग्रोथ में क्या फाइनेंशियल एफिशिएंसी सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है? सो हम बात करेंगे कि ओवरऑल फाइनेंशियल एफिशिएंसी is very important for the growth of PP because it would help them overcome the cash flow issues. However, it is not the only important factor in the growth. Successful growth of PP would also depend on the effectiveness of their social media marketing. ठीक है, how well they are able to manage their quality and how competitive the market is. Even if the business has working capital and is financially efficient, if it's not able to generate sales through क्या कहते हैं social media, it is going to fail. Therefore, the success of the growth will depend on these a multitude of factors rather than just obviously yes, that's a good thing as well. आप volatility of external environment भी बता सकते हो. True. कि demand actually बढ़ेगी या नहीं. That's a perfectly valid point, Aksa. Right? So anything else? ठीक है. ARR I think we already calculated. Yes, वही हमने बात की है माज यहाँ पे भी कि success या of growth yeah, growth is not dependent on just one factor, it's dependent on multitude, right? So ARR के लिए again वही मैं दोबारा I repeat it again कि to calculate the ARR, so what we need to do is we need to, so average profit, that's going to be 30,000 plus 20,000 plus 20,000 plus 20,000 plus 23,000. इसमें से इनिशियल कॉस्ट हमने माइनस कर देनी है एंड इसमें हमने ऐड कर देना है रेजिडुअल वैल्यू विच इज़ 0 एंड इस पूरी चीज़ के जो आंसर है हमने इसको 5 से डिवाइड कर देंगे तो हमारे पास एवरेज प्रॉफिट आ जाएगा. एवरेज इन्वेस्टमेंट इज़ गोइंग टू बी द इनिशियल कॉस्ट 80,000 plus residual value that divided by 2, you get this, and ARR would be 6600 divided by 40,000 multiplied by 100, and that's 16.5%. All right, so muft ke 4 marks. Evaluate the most suitable option for Pavni to choose for new kin investment. So isme the the best approach is कि number 1 you talk about why option A is better, why option B may be better, and then in the end you talk about कि आपके जो ये हैं ये किस हद तक हैं. अब यहाँ पे obviously जब भी investment appraisal आएगा, what I'll do is I'll try to look for कि ये investment appraisal information हमारे पास कहाँ से आई है. अक्सर अगेन अक्टूबर नवंबर में तीनों वेरिएंट्स में इन्वेस्टमेंट अप्रेजल आया था, फेब मार्च में दोबारा आ गया. तो लेट्स डू इट टुगेदर ही. लेट्स कंप्लीट द पेपर, राइट? प्रैक्टिस डजंट hurt at all. So the ARR is calculated. So let's talk about evaluation, right? So final judgment में मैं क्या बताऊंगा, right? So in the final judgment, I would try to look for कि ये जो table है investment appraisal information, who created this. If it's not, then what I'm going to do is I would try to say, I would raise a question, who prepared it, right? So what's the basis of this info? Number one. The second thing that I'll ask is, I would ask myself, okay, any other option हो सकता है इन दोनों के अलावा भी कोई better option हो. The third thing that I would ask is the time value of money, right? दोनों जो ARR और payback हैं, they are not discounted. तो I would raise a question कि the decision depends on कि NPV कितनी है, right? So ये मेरी final judgment के points होंगे. Let's move on together. साथ साथ इसको करते हैं, देखते हैं. So kin option 1 जो है, that would be electricity based, और उसकी जो cost of energy है, that's going to be low. And pollution levels भी इसके low होंगे. And rate of faulty products, however, इसका high है. But at the same time, the cost is 20,000 lower than the other, right? ये $1,00,000 की है, ये $80,000 की है. So 820K lower है इसकी cost. Number 2 is के the residual value दोनों की 0, that's again insignificant for us. Kin 1 के अंदर we have 3 years of technical support included. यहाँ पे सिर्फ 1 year of technical support है. तो that means के 2 short run cost इसकी कम है, long run operational expenses ज़्यादा होंगे क्योंकि फिर technical support के लिए you would have to pay for it, right? फिर fault, the rejection ratio is also high. That means के the cost of redoing would be high. But again, what is the reliability of this data? ये वाला जो है पे बैक लोअर है, इसका मतलब है कि आप अपना रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट जल्दी कर लोगे. यहाँ पे पे बैक हायर है, दैट मीन्स कि द रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट वुड बी 6 months ग्रेटर. ज़्यादा लेट आपको पैसे वापस मिलेंगे. बट ऑब्वियसली द ऑपरेशनल एक्सपेंसेस एट द सेम टाइम आर हाई. पोल्यूशन लेवल्स हाई हैं. पोल्यूशन लेवल्स की सिग्निफिकेंस डिपेंड करेगी कि क्या प्रेशर ग्रुप्स हैं, क्या एनवायरमेंटल रेगुलेशन है इतनी या नहीं. लोअर रेट ऑफ फॉल्टी प्रोडक्ट्स मीन कि आपको बार बार रीडू नहीं करना पड़ेगा अपने प्रोडक्ट्स को. अभी इसके बाद so you won't have to redo the product again and again, right? So it doesn't necessarily mean कि quality ज़्यादा होगी. It just mean कि fault ज़्यादा है. कि fault के अंदर ये होता है कि अब आपने उसको जब दोबारा correct करना है तो that would be costly for you. And obviously अगर वो fault जो है वो miss out हो जाए और customer के पास चली जाए तो then that's going to lead to customer satisfaction and brand image का problem. So let's write down this, okay? So यही इंफॉर्मेशन को यूज करते हैं. सो किन ए इज लेस कॉस्टली, द ARR इज मच हायर, सो 16.5% था. सही है. सो ARR भी हाई है, इसका मतलब है कि इट मीन्स के दिस बिजनेस वुड बी एबल टू मेक ग्रेटर प्रॉफिट्स. द कॉस्ट्स आर ऑल्सो लो. दैट मीन्स के ओवरऑल इसकी जो लॉन्ग टर्म प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी और सस्टेनेबिलिटी के लिए बेहतर है. राइट. सो व्हाट आई विल डू इज आई विल से सो किन ए seems to be a viable option because it has a much higher ARR. So what I'll do is I'd say 16.5% compared to 3.6%, and the running costs are also lower with less pollution created. This means that overall, yeah, in general, this method, yeah, this option would reduce the operational expenses and pollution levels, which improves the long-term profitability and sustainability as in over time PP would be able to attract environmentally conscious consumers. Right? Any questions? However, so therefore PP should choose option A because it's financially stronger. However, the extent of this extent of this judgment would depend on how reliable the forecasted data is, right? So if the forecasts are made overly optimistically or are inaccurate, then these ARR and payback figures may be misleading and which could make can A क्या कहते हैं, you can say seem a viable option, but in fact it may not be, right? However, but if the assumptions are objective and forecasts are free from bias, then can then these financial results are more reliable. Understood? So this is the evaluation that we did for this one. फिर उसके बाद second option we can say, however, can be, may be a better option because its payback period is 6 months less than kin A. और अब मुझे खुद बताओ कि क्योंकि कैश फ्लो इज अ मेन इशू देयर, हमने बात की थी ना कि इनका रिसीवेबल टर्नओवर कम हो रहा है, पेबल टर्नओवर इज देयर, इन्वेंट्री टर्नओवर कम हो रहा है, जिससे लिक्विडिटी इश्यूज आते हैं. तो जब लिक्विडिटी इश्यूज होते हैं तो आपके लिए ज्यादा सिग्निफिकेंट ये होता है कि आप जल्द से जल्द यू आर एबल टू रिकवर योर अमाउंट बैक. डू यू अंडरस्टैंड? So whenever the business is facing a cash flow problem, payback becomes more significant because for you, profit से ज़्यादा liquidity matter करेगी. Are you guys getting the point? So considering that inventory turnover is declining and receivable turnover is rising, PP would potentially face cash flow problems. In this case, getting the finance back is more significant, making can be more attractive. Furthermore, the fault rate is also 4% lower compared to option A, which means that this may be able to help them improve customer satisfaction and avoid costly mistakes, which can result in reduced brand image. Got it? So therefore, option B may be more suitable because of earlier payback and better quality. However, the extent to which this is important depends on whether PP has sufficient funds or can raise sufficient funds to finance the growth, right? Option B is 20,000 more expensive than option A, which can make it problematic because it may not be able to have that finance available. And since it's a private limited company, some sources of finance may be limited. मतलब share capital, debentures वगैरह वो limited होंगे इनके पास. They may not be able to do so. Clear है यहाँ तक? Anything that you guys want to ask, like the structure, the way that we did this, anything? Yes, guys. Final has to be your categorical judgment. NPV relates to time value of money. अक्सर it relates to कि भाईजान inflation accounted है, but mainly cash flows होते हैं, सही है? But it's something which is not directly linked with profitability or liquidity. It's something linked with कि आपकी जो investment है उसकी present value justify करती है, does it add to the shareholder wealth or not, right? So let's say मैं कहता हूँ option, so overall I believe that Pavni should choose option A, kin A, because of higher ARR and lower costs, right? फिर उसके अलावा एक और चीज़ यहाँ पे है कि आपका जो energy source is so low pollution levels वगैरह भी. So this is because since there are cash flow problems and the market is competitive, costs are significant. Because if costs are high, then PP may have to increase the price of their pottery, which can lead to reduced sales due to high competition. Okay? So I gave a judgment, I gave another justification without repeating what I've already said. I brought a new point. Okay? However, this would depend on a few things. Firstly, the suitability of option A is highly dependent on the reliability of these forecasts, and PP should also consider the time value of money by calculating the NPV of each option at a suitable discount rate to be in a better position to make informed decision. Furthermore, it should also be considered that whether there are better expansion options than kin A and B available. Has the business exhausted all other options? ठीक है? ठीक है? Hence, based on the data, kin A is suitable, but further evidence would help PP make better informed decisions. Clear about सबको about the judgment? So जब भी choosing वाला सवाल आए कि ये करना है, this is how you're supposed to write this down. Evaluate the impact. Can we write the questions in? हाँ लिख सकते हो. Yes. Marking scheme.
Because sir, I was told in AS कि questions ना लिखो directly, मतलब बात करो. Don't leave it to the पता नहीं क्या.
नहीं, we're basically questioning the missing information, right? So you can write, बल्कि in fact, if you read the marking schemes, they do क्या word निकल गया ज़हन से, they do reward them. ठीक है? So you can do that. मतलब AS के अंदर the final judgment is of a different nature, so I can understand. But A2 में particularly paper 3 में in questions में you even the marking schemes allow that. Okay? Last question. I hope you guys are not exhausted. So last question is के evaluate the impact of delegation on the success of PP's intrapreneurship. ठीक है? So intrapreneurship के success में what's the impact of delegation? So we'll start with delegation. So delegation is passing the authority to subordinates and allowing them to make certain decisions and carry out tasks without supervision, right? So this is what essentially delegation is. अब delegation का obviously entrepreneurship पे क्या है, सबसे पहले बताओ कि जो दो experienced वाले हैं, सक्सेस ऑफ इंट्राप्रेन्योरशिप के बारे में बात करनी है, राइट? तो द क्वेश्चन इज नॉट अबाउट एम्प्लॉय मोटिवेशन या वो, यू कैन से एम्प्लॉय मोटिवेशन इंप्रूव होगी, बट द इवेंचुअल इम्पैक्ट इज ऑन के उससे इंट्राप्रेन्योरशिप कैसे होगी, मीनिंग कि हाउ इज इट गोइंग टू लीड टू improved creativity and improved product development for the business. Ji Aksa.
But sir, we can link motivation towards like having better, more creative, innovative ideas. अगर
Yes,
हम link कर लें.
that's the starting link, no? Not the eventual. Eventual
Okay,
link होगा कि how does it support entrepreneurship?
all right.
ठीक है? So so delegation may improve intrapreneurship. Because you can say कि because चलो motivation वाला point ले लेते हैं, because it is likely to improve the motivation, right? So by giving employees time and responsibility to develop their ideas, Pavni can make them feel trusted and valued. This increases the job satisfaction and commitment, which results in reduced absenteeism and labor turnover. So, as a result, she would be able to retain skilled potters with who can sorry potters who, if are motivated, will likely contribute better ideas and improve the designs of products, leading to them developing a USP and hence being able to compete in a competitive market. Right? Clear है ये सब? Any questions? So therefore, delegation क्या कहते हैं, supports entrepreneurship by improve by improved product development and ideas. However, the extent of this impact would depend on whether the employees are skilled enough to make such ideas, right? So even if work is delegated, if the two potters लैक, वो हम अगले वाले में करेंगे या एंड पे करेंगे कि अदर फैक्टर्स आर इंपॉर्टेंट, क्योंकि मोटिवेशन जो है इट्स नॉट डिपेंडेंट ऑन जस्ट वन थिंग, राइट? और अगर आप डेलीगेशन दे रहे हो विदाउट रेजिंग द पे ऑफ द वर्कर्स, देन इट मे बी फेल्ट लाइक जस्ट एक्स्ट्रा बर्डन. ठीक है? यस अक्सा.
Sir, if we think अगर क्वेश्चन का कोई particularly सबसे strongest depends upon है तो we should like leave it for the final.
हाँ, I would do that.
अच्छा,
I
okay.
wouldn't use my strongest point in the beginning. I
All
would
right.
use my strongest judgment points in the evaluation, क्योंकि मैं वही बता रहा हूँ कि the most scoring is the final judgment for your evaluation marks. ठीक है?
All right.
So that is why leave the best points for the end if you're able to. ठीक है? इस वाली evaluation is not necessarily required as well. हमने I think पहले भी discuss किया हुआ है कि even if you're able to develop a very good conclusion at the end only, you can get 6 out of 6. But the safest route is to do evaluation throughout, and as we read the examiner reports before as well, so you have to do evaluation throughout the answer. The examiner also wants that. So इस वजह से this is something, I think that answers your question. So even if work is delegated, if the potters lack the necessary skills, the benefit of improved designs will not materialize, right? So ये हमारी इस point की evaluation होगी. We can also lead to कि delegation, why delegation may not lead to successful entrepreneurship, right? So delegation may not, on the other hand, delegation may not lead to successful intrapreneurship, because if delegated tasks are done without any financial incentive, or if they are not linked with a reward, then workers will not be motivated. Right? अब इसको हम इसको बहुत सी theories के साथ link कर सकते हैं. I would link it with the expectancy theory, right? This is because, as per the expectancy theory, if instrumentality, which is performance leading to a reward, is low, then the motivational force will be low as well, right? Hence, workers may see it as added burden, which is not rewarded, and hence they may become dissatisfied. ठीक है? Therefore, delegation may not support intrapreneurship. However, the extent of this limitation will depend on the transparency and reward system. If Pavni delegates tasks and provides a suitable and fair reward for the task, then motivation will likely happen. But if it's done without additional benefit, workers may become dissatisfied. Can we link it with poor decision making? Yes, you can write that. बहुत से डेलीगेशन के प्रॉब्लम्स होते हैं ना. डेलीगेशन के अंदर प्रॉब्लम ये भी होता है कि वर्कर्स की स्किल्स लैक कर सकती हैं. वर्कर्स में सी डेलीगेशन एज एडेड बर्डन, जो अभी हमने लिखा है. तो देयर आर a lot of points that you can write, right? So overall, delegation is important for success of intrapreneurship. However, its success, however, it is not the only important factor. Intrapreneurship may be encouraged through quality circles, through क्या कहते हैं, you can say training and development, and other factors may be more significant, right? Yes, leadership skills के ऊपर भी depend करता है. So therefore, delegation alone is not enough to encourage intrapreneurship. It should be linked with rewards, and it should be coupled with other tools in order for successful intrapreneurship. Lastly, the success would also depend on whether Pavni accepts the ideas generated or not. क्योंकि याद करो, केस में एक और हमारे पास मेंशन हुआ था कि आइडियाज को एक्सेप्ट या रिजेक्ट कौन करता है. वो ये पवनी ही करती है. यहाँ पे कहाँ गिवन था? Uncertain impacts. Yes. She evaluates their designs and decides whether to produce, right? तो अगर ये बहुत ज्यादा आइडियाज रिजेक्ट करे तो वर्कर्स में जस्ट स्टॉप गिविंग द आइडियाज, राइट? So if Pavni rejects too many ideas, then delegation may seem as क्या कहते हैं a hoax होता है क्या कहते हैं as a waste of time, and it may have a very limited impact on intrapreneurship. ठीक है? Hence, the overall importance depends on skills of worker, whether they are rewarded, and whether their ideas are accepted. ठीक है? Any questions on this? किसी का कोई सवाल? That's all about for the paper. And if you guys have anything to ask, that's all from my side.